I hate football. That's what I used to always say when I first moved here from Nigeria. I think I was 4 years old when I first moved here. So when I came here from Nigeria, all I wanted to do was watch cartoons, Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, Disney Channel when they had all the bangers. I was watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teen Titans, Ren and Stimpy, Cat Dog. That's all I wanted to do. I'm a 90s baby. All I wanted to do was do that. So when football started coming along, with sports, when I got of age to play sports, now my friends are playing sports, my cousins are playing sports, I hated it. When I'm talking about I hated it, I hated it. The first football game I've ever fully sat down and watched, ironically, my favorite player, Peyton Manning. 2006 Super Bowl, Colts versus the Bears. I just remember turning the TV on accidentally to the game. I'm like, yo, why are they still playing in February? Right? Like, that didn't make any sense to me. Until the next day when everybody's back in school, and it's like, yo, who'd you root for? Who'd you root for? And I'm like, the Colts. And ever since then, that's how my love for the game started. I actually didn't start playing football until 8th grade. It was one summer morning, my mom's like, yo, you need to get out the house. She's like, all you do is watch TV, all you do is play video games, you're lazy. And I was like, Mom, chill. I can't just relax this summer. You need to find a sport, you need to make some friends, you need to get out the house. So she enrolled me in football, right? So as soon as I got out there, I'm like maybe 5'7", 120 pounds. I'm thinking I'm gonna play like receiver, right? Most people will play receiver because, you're skinny. I was the opposite. I was so uncoordinated. I couldn't remember plays. I couldn't run routes. I couldn't even catch the ball, right? So that pretty much eliminated playing receiver for me. So the best thing that the coach could do is like, hey, you're out here. We have to play you. You're going to play D-line. And I think D-line is the easiest position to play. All you have to do is just get straight, find ball, see ball, tackle ball. For me, I was a little upset because I was like, I'm not a receiver. I want to be the star player. I want to be a quarterback. I want to be a running back. I was so uncoordinated. If you would have saw me, you would have started laughing. Fast forward 10 years later, I'm playing the NFL. I played in college. I was a 3-year starter in college. I had a chance to play professionally. And you can only imagine what my life would have been if my mom didn't force me to get out the house one summer afternoon and make me go play sport. These are the 3 things that I've learned since playing football and has helped me throughout my career and my life. Number 1, you might not have all the resources, but you gotta be resourceful. I grew up poor. I didn't have anything. I didn't know how to get all the nicest gears. I didn't know how to get all the nicest cleats. But my mom and my parents, they always found a way. Even when I was in the band, I didn't have enough money to buy an equipment. I don't know, my mom, she was just a hustler, so I kind of got the hustler instinct from her. Ended up finding a used equipment in some thrift shop, ended up getting me to be able to learn how to play the saxophone and getting me into the band, right? So at that point, I was already taught at a young age, no does not mean no. It means not yet, or we're gonna find out. So for me, when I didn't have all the cleats, I didn't have all the nicest gear that everybody had, it was easy for me, somebody in my position, to be discouraged. It was easy for somebody that didn't have what everybody else had, didn't have the proper training, didn't have the proper gear. I was used to wear my shorts underneath my pants because I didn't have tights. I didn't have any of that. But I made sure every single day that regardless of what I didn't have, that I was gonna make up for what I did have. Because we all have some things within us. I didn't have all the trainings, but I knew how to work hard. I knew how to show up. I knew how to get everything I needed to get. And all the equipment that I did have, I always made sure I could find somebody that I could borrow it from. Because I wasn't going to make an excuse. Once I actually started playing the game, once I actually got good at the game, hey, I could have easily made an excuse for myself why I couldn't play. I wasn't the biggest, I wasn't the fastest, and I wasn't the strongest. But I wanted it more than everybody. And that's what comes. You got to be resourceful. You have everything that you need in your hands every single day. Sometimes we're pessimistic and we look at the things that we don't have instead of being optimistic and looking at the things that we do have. So for me, it was like hustling. For me, it was looking at, hey, can I borrow those cleats? Hey, can I borrow those gloves? Hey, I saw some extra pads in the back. Can I get those? I was always going to find a way regardless if there was no way. Number 2, hard work beats talent when talent isn't working hard. I know that's a cliche statement, but trust me, it's true. Y'all know those kids that were just stupid talented growing up. They had all the intangibles. They were fast, they were strong, but that's just naturally God-given talent. But they didn't have a hard work ethic, so they didn't amount to anything. Me, I was the complete opposite. I wasn't fast, I wasn't strong, I didn't have any jumping abilities, everything came from when I made a decision in my head. Now, it's not I made a choice, it was when I made a clear decision. Decision is when you set a line in the sand saying that, hey, I'm gonna do this. Why? Because I said I was gonna do it. I decided that day that I was gonna get a D1 scholarship. Not only did I get a D1 scholarship, I became the only person in my school to get a D1 scholarship and play in the NFL in my grade. Just because I was stronger than anybody, and just because I worked, I took the extra reps. I ran a little bit more miles after practice. I stayed in longer to get into the weight room to get stronger. I came in as a freshman. I knew that I needed to gain 40 pounds to play as a true freshman in college. I did that. I made sure I ate everything I could. I made sure I stayed in the weight room. So there's a difference. For some people, you can have those God-given talents, but that's not going to take you far. Then the person who's working their butt off, that has that lunch pail mentality, come every single day and make sure they do everything they need to get that. Those are the people that win. Those are the people that are successful, because at the end of the day, talent runs out, but your hard work and your work ethic carries you on throughout everything in your life. Number 3, being perseverance and having an attitude of gratitude. That might be the most important thing football has ever taught me. It's to persevere. I know, and I'm pretty sure countless other football players has ever played the game and know that there's gonna be moments and times where you're just not gonna perform well. You're gonna mess up on a play, you're gonna miss your block, you're gonna miss the tackle, and you're gonna feel goofy. You're gonna feel embarrassed. But continuing to keep going when even through all that adversity is a superpower. I believe so. Because it takes a special somebody to be like, hey, regardless of what I'm going through in my life, regardless of what's going on around me, I'm going to keep my head down and I'm going to keep going. I'm going to have the next play mentality. All athletes know about that next play mentality. It's huge. It's pretty much what separates the goods from the greats and the greats from the legendary. This applies in all aspects of your life, because there's going to be moments in your life where life just is life, and everything isn't Instagram, social media worthy where it's a highlight. There's people are going through real life situations, real life problems, but how you react to it is going to be more important than what happens to you. Because life is only 20% what happens to you, 80% how you react from it, right? I know this sounds like a very cliche statement, but winners look at what they're going to, losers look at what they're going through. It's huge. It's huge. And so for me, football gave me that perspective of having that attitude of gratitude and knowing that, hey, either this storm is not going to last. It's not going to last. And eventually I'm going to have to win, but I will never win if I give up. So persevere, keep going, and trust me, if you're watching this video, like, subscribe, share. If it touched your heart, if it made sense to you, and I promise you I'm going to keep going with this.